Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for Face the Music Project Pan. This is in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group, and it was created by Jessica and Misty. I will have all the information listed down below, but it does have monthly updates, and it runs till December. I think it was January. No, I think it was December to December. I don't know why I'm doubting myself, but again, everything will be down below in the description box. They suggested that you work on 3 to 6 products at a time, rolling style, so when you hit a goal, you roll a new product in. I decided to work on 10 items at a time because there are over 340 prompts to this project, and I just wanted to hit as many as possible. Even if I don't meet all of my goals every update, I do introduce 10 new items, and yeah, it's been going pretty well because I have pretty low usage goals. Some things I roll in to finish or hit pan, but it's only because I think I can do it in a relatively short amount of time. So I do have some items that have rolled over from previous updates that I hadn't hit pan on, or hit my goal on. Wow, I'm talking fast. But I do have quite a few rollouts and of course 10 new items rolling in. So let's get into my update. So during my February update, I rolled in for the prompt Boy with Love, a unisex product. And for that, I had the CeraVe moisturizing cream. This is the Big Daddy. It is 16 ounces. My goal was to finish this. Last update, I had 52 uses in the project, and I've used it 18 times since last month. This packaging is white, so you cannot see the product very well because the product is white as well, but I literally only have one more use on this. Hopefully you can see, like, there's barely any product in here. So for this project's sake, I am calling it done. I'm rolling it out. I literally will use it for the last time tonight. This is my nighttime moisturizer because it's pretty thick, so I don't like using it during the day under my makeup because I feel like it takes a while to sink in. So I'm so excited to finally be rolling this out since February. Yeah, so yes, okay. I forgot to mention that all of these prompts are based on songs. There are a few like musical artists as well, but it's mostly songs, which is so fun. And I feel like Jessica and Misty, they were just so creative with the prompts that they like chose for each song. Of course, they take recommendations from other people as well, but most of these are from them. The next product came from my March update, and it is for the song Memories, and that's a product that brings back memories. I decided to roll in the nail polish that I wore on my wedding day. It's this Sally Hansen Insta Dry, and it's in the shade Slick Slate. I had used it once by the last update, and I have used it 2 additional times, so I met my 3-use goal. I have it on my toes, of course. Oh no, I met my 2-use goal last update because I remember talking about my toes. Okay, so I had 2 uses, but I have it on my nails today. I do have an eyeshadow topped over it, so you can't really see the color on my nails, but of course it's a see-through bottle. But I have finally reached my goal on this, and it is rolling out of the project. That's the last prompt from March, so both February and March are checked off. Then there were 3 prompts left over from my April update. The first one was Heads Carolina, Tails California, and that is pick 2 products and flip a coin to see which one to pan. And I just think that prompt was so creative. I had 2 liquid eyeshadows, and the coin picked my Sydney Grace. I don't know if they consider this cream or liquid, but it's the shade Divinity. My goal was to use this, I think, what was it, 5 times, which usually for special shades I do 3 uses, but anyway, 5 times. I had 3 uses in my last update, and I did use it 2 additional times, so I reached my 5 use goal, and I will have the looks that I created on the screen. I really like the shade of this. I found that if I wear it by itself, I get a lot of glitter fallout, so I like to top things over it and use this as a base. And I really like it that way, but it is rolling out of this project. The second prompt rolling over from the April update was Redneck Woman, and that is an inexpensive product. I always get like caught up on that word, inexpensive. I rolled in my Essence the blush, and I wanted to use this 10 times. So this is what it was looking like last update. I had already used it 7 out of the 10 times, and I did reach my goal with 3 additional uses. I am really happy with the wear on this item because it was brand new when I rolled it in. But as you can see, I am slowly wearing down the imprint. It's not really raised in the center anymore. It's kind of level. You can still see the word blush. It's more apparent on camera than it is in person. Yeah, I'm really glad. I love this color. It's a really nice neutral, like mauve-y tone. I won't be swatching things that are rolling out, but I will swatch things that are staying in and rolling in. If you want to see this swatched, go see my last update. The next product and last prompt from April was Surfin' USA, and that is a summer or beach themed product. I rolled in a did you hear my baby? I rolled in a single eyeshadow from Sydney Grace, and it is the shade Sitting on the Dock, which I think is a perfect prompt for summer because I love going to lake. I love fishing on the dock. I thought that was perfect. I had the goal to use this 5 times, and I had 4 uses last update. I did not realize I was so close, or else I would have used it the 5th time, but I did get 1 more use on it and hit my goal. This is what it's looking like now. Barely anywhere, but I did reach my 5 use goal, and it's rolling out. Moving on to all of the 10 prompts that I rolled in last update, I officially have none of the prompts that had rolled over from previous updates in my project, which makes me feel really happy. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm not rolling out all of the items from last update, but we'll get into it. The first prompt was 9 to 5, and that's a product that lasts all day. I thought this was perfect. I rolled in my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I'm trying to finish this one this year, but I just had the goal of 10 uses. This is where it was at when I rolled it in. I had it in a project previously, but this is my starting point for this project, and I've used it 7 times to get down to this line. So I have 7 out of 10 uses. I did say in my update when I rolled this in that I may not reach the goal by this update because I don't want to force myself to use this. This really does help my makeup last longer throughout the day. But if I'm just at home, I don't really care that much. Like I didn't use it today because I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, so I don't want to force it. I don't want to use it when it's unnecessary. But I did use it 7 times and it's staying in. I'm sure I can reach my 10 use goal by next update. Can you hear my voice? My throat is getting scratchy. Okay, next is Beer for My Horses. I felt so not dumb, because I don't want to call myself dumb, but I was just like shaking my head at myself when I was editing my last update, because I was like, I don't remember who sang the song. It's Toby Keith. Hello, Willie Nelson. Alcohol themed product. This was perfect because it's the shade Whiskey. This is the AOA Gel Lip Liner, and this is just a really nice neutral brown. My goal for this was 5 uses, and I managed to use it 6 times, so it is rolling out of this project. Yeah, this is a great everyday lip liner. I obviously used it more than my 5 times, and I will continue to use it. But I do want to try like all of my lip liners out this year, and I have not met that like sub goal yet. So this might just go back in my drawer and hang out, but it's rolling out with this project. Next is Circles. And this was another song. I was like, I don't know what that is. It's Post Malone. Hello. That's a circular product. I actually rolled in 2 items for this, and they are my Sydney Grace single bronzer and blush. Bronzer and blush. The bronzer is in the shade Butter Cookie, and it's really warm. It's way too warm for me. I do have it on today. And then I also have the blush on today in the shade Trust Yourself. This is a really pretty mauve rosy blush. I really enjoy this, but I'm really unsure of this. But my goal was to use each of these 5 times, and I hit my goal today. That's why I have them on my face for the 5th time, so I can roll them out. I don't know if it's the brush that I use for bronzer, or the formula, but you can see I have some brush marks in the bronzer, but not really in the blush. But I've used each of them 5 times. So they are going back into my collection. I'm not sure about the bronzer, but I love the blush. Next is Ghostbusters, and that's a product you used to love but then ghosted or ignored for a long time. I really enjoy the shade Real Depth from Pearl Beauty. This is an influencer owned brand. Alana, what's her last name? I don't know. She's awesome. Pearl Beauty. But this is like a multi-stick cream stick, and I really love this tone as a contour for myself. This is it rolled up all the way, and then I'll roll down to the plastic. I really don't have that much left of this product. This might be a contender for me to use up next year, maybe. But I just had the goal to use this 5 times because I'm trying to use up my Milk bronzer, so I didn't want to take too many uses away from it. But if I have comparison photos of where it was when I rolled it in, I will have it on the screen. But this is rolling out. Yay! I'm just glad I got some use out of it because it's a cream product, you know. Next is Horse with No Name. I still don't know this song, but Tina sang it in the comments for me. Thanks, Tina. This is a product with no shade name or label, is missing or worn off. I had a little trouble with this when I rolled it in, but this is the e.l.f. Bite Size in this colorway Cream and Sugar. These shades don't have shade names, so I thought that would work for the prompt. I had a different goal written down than what I said in my video, but I think in my last video I said I wanted to hit pan in this second shimmer shade. So that's what I'm going with. This is what the palette looks like now, so I have not hit pan, but there is definitely a dip going on. I also used this for a whole look. It's such a nice, simple, everyday palette. I've taken this traveling with me. Like, it's just so nice. But within that, I've used this shade 3 times. So that is the progress on that. Hopefully I will have pan by the next update, but we will just have to wait and see. I will swatch this because it's staying in. It's a really nice shade. It's almost too dark for my inner corner because there's like some, it's kind of darker than my skin tone there, but it's really pretty on the lid. And I can pull it off in my inner corner. That's what I did in the look that I made the look that I made with the palette. Okay, so that's staying in until I hit pan. Next is, I guess that's why they call it the blues, and I rolled in a blue product for that. I decided to roll in a single shadow from Pretties for Your Face. It's the shade Monet, and this is what it's looking like. I just wanted to use this 3 times, and this is what I have on the outer half of my lids. I kind of built it up because it doesn't have like a really strong base color, so this is like 2 layers of it. And this is what's on my nails on top of that nail polish. So I think this is a gorgeous shade. But the way that I track my nail polish, my eyeshadow as nail polish, is each pair is 1 use. So technically I've used it 5 times because I have 5 pairs of fingers, and then once on my eyes, so that's 6 uses. I could have just left, you know, the 5 uses and called it done, but I really wanted to use this on my eyes just to see how it looks, and I really love it. I think it's beautiful, but it is rolling out because I met my 3 use goal just by using it on my nails. But of course, I wanted to use it on my eyes. Next is Rocket Man, and that's a space themed product. I rolled in an eyeshadow from my ColourPop Twist of Slate because it is the shade In the Stars, and of course that is space themed. When I picked this shade, I did not realize it was a cream formula in this. It's the only cream formula in this palette. It's right here, but I just wanted to use this, how many times? I wanted to use this shade 3 times, but I also wanted to create a look with this palette, and I have achieved both of those goals. I will throw up the look that I made with this palette, but I'll also throw up the looks that I used this cream shade. I would do like the matte shades in my crease and outer corner, and then I would put the cream shade on my lid and top it with a shimmer, and I do think it worked. Like, I think it really helped the shimmers shine and be a little more impactful. So I actually like this a little more than I thought I would, and I'm very surprised, but it is rolling out. I'm so happy I am meeting all of these goals. Well, most of them. I have 2 staying in so far. Oh, my voice. Excuse me. The next is Say You, Say Me, and that is a product your friend is panning. So I saw first time panner Sam and Makeup Lens, who is on Instagram and YouTube actually. They're both on Instagram and YouTube, but Makeup Lens is Kaylin. They were both panning this Natasha Denona single in the shade Flutter. So I rolled it in for 3 uses, and I got my 3rd use today. This is what I have in my inner corner, and this is what it's looking like. Of course, I used like a really small brush for my inner corner, so that's where that dip comes from. But I met my goal, and it's rolling out, and I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. Next is 16 candles, and that's use any product 16 times. I decided to roll in a highlighter that I just really enjoy using, so I knew I could use it 16 times. It's the Becca, what is this called? I always forget. Shimmering Skin Perfector, and it's in the shade Opal. So this is what I have on my cheeks, my nose, Cupid's bow. Like, this is my highlighter that I have on today, and I have managed to use this 7 out of my 16 times. You guys, I don't know if it's because it's older, like this was decluttered to me, so I don't really know how old it is, or if it's the brush that I'm using might be a little too dense. But this dip is like crazy. I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like I don't know how deep these are for one, but I think I might actually hit pan on this somewhat soon. Maybe not within the 16 uses, but I think if I continue to work on it throughout the year, I could definitely hit pan on this. But it is staying in, so I'll swatch it. This is it here. It's a little like champagne-y for me, and as you can see, it is dark on my skin tone, but it works, you know, with the blush and the bronzer and everything. So this is staying in. I have 9 more uses. I am panning other highlighters right now, specifically like one in my Graveyard project. So I might be able to hit those 9 uses next month. It really depends on how many times I do my makeup. Oh, I usually can tell you how many times I've done my makeup since the last update, but I don't know right now. I just don't know. And then the last one from the last update was for Waterfalls, and that's a liquid product. I rolled in my Beauty Bay liquid eyeshadow. This is the shade Surreal, and it is gorgeous. I wanted to use this 3 times, and I've used it twice, so I only have 1 more use. Of course, I will have the looks on the screen where I used this. It swatches pretty opaque, but the last look I used this, I put it on my hand and then I took my finger and kind of just like topped it over the look, and it was so beautiful. But yeah, this is just, I love it. I'm so glad I'm working on it. Look at that reflection. Crazy. So I have 4 items staying in until the next update, but I am now going to talk through the 10 new prompts that I'm rolling in and what I have, you know, for the products. Okay, the first randomized prompt that I got was Enter Sandman, and that is a sand color or theme. I immediately went to my eyeshadows. You know, I have every shade listed out, and I was having a little trouble. I didn't want to just roll in, you know, a bronzer or a foundation, because of course those are like sand colors. I could have easily done that, but I really wanted to be a little more creative and use an eyeshadow palette that I have not touched yet this year. And I found my Sigma Mini Enchanted palette. This has all nature themed names for the shades, but one of them is called Claystone, which is a form of the earth. Sand is also a form of the earth. And then Terra, which is another word for earth. So I feel like that's sand themed. Let me know if you disagree, but I have not used this. Look at this gorgeous insert. I don't even, wow. So Terra is kind of warm. This is the shade here. It's a little warm for me, so I'm gonna actually go with just creating a look with this palette. I might try to use clay stone 3 times. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, I'm going to use clay stone 3 times and then create one look with this palette as a whole. It is just so beautiful. I'm going to have swatches from Sigma on the screen because I don't really feel like swatching out this palette right now. But yeah, that's the first item. The second prompt was, I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. That's a travel-friendly product or a product you bought while traveling. Minis are great for traveling, aren't they? I'm gonna roll in my Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. This was decluttered to me, and I actually used some of this to franken a bronzer to make it lighter. But this is where we're starting. I did mark it, and I just want to finish this little guy. I'm not a huge fan of these like super finely milled powders, so hopefully I can get it out before next update. And the sifter on this thing is pathetic. It's like, I don't know if you can see, it's 2 teeny tiny dots in the middle. No powder comes out of there, so I actually have to take this thing off of it when I use it. So we'll see how many uses it takes to finish it. Next is, okay, this is Spanish, and I don't know. I took Spanish in high school, so I know the basics, but I'm totally gonna butcher this. La vida es un carnaval. Yes. And that is for a fun product. I feel like I don't have very many fun products in my collection, but really that's relative. I feel like people can interpret that however they want. So I'm going to be rolling in a fun lippy. This is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in the shade Heart On. I rave about the lip liner in this shade. I actually have the lip liner on underneath a red lipstick today. But this is the companion to my favorite lip liner, and I've used it a handful of times, but it is like new. It's basically new. So this is where we are at. Because I like to keep this project rolling, I just do usage goals, so I'm just going to do 5 uses for this. I think it's perfect time, summer, we're going into summer, so I will definitely want to wear a fun lip. It matches my shirt. I could totally wear it with this shirt. But yeah, 5 uses on this. Oh, I will swatch it. I really enjoy the lippy sticks from ColourPop. There it is. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. Is this like a specific, it's matte, if you're curious. Next is Relax. Is that the song? Relax, don't do it, something, something, suck it to it. A pampering product. When I think of pampering, I think of like face masks, bubble baths, things like that. I have a tub from the 1970s and I only use it to bathe my baby. So I'm going to roll in some eye masks. I have 3 from Beauty Bio. These are Bright Eyes Depuffing and Brightening. So my goal is to use these up, all 3 of them. I might do like 1 a week, so hopefully I can get these out by next update. We'll see. Next is Ring of Fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Pan to expose the ring on a product. So you guys know, and I've already mentioned it in this video, that I like to do lower usage goals in this project. So exposing a ring on a product just sounded so daunting, and I was like, oh my gosh, that product's going to be in here forever. But then I remembered that I have this, and I do not really enjoy this product, but I feel like it's going to be relatively easy for me to expose the ring because I already have pan. If you don't know, this is my Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. It is way too pigmented and warm for me. As you can see, part of the inner ring is already exposed, so let me know what you guys think. If I should just expose the full ring, or if you guys want me to expose the second ring, because I think these have another ring at least. I don't know if you can tell, there is a tiny, teeny, tiny pan there. And this product is super thin, so it might not be super hard to expose the second ring. And I feel like summer is the only time that I'm going to be able to pull this off because it's so dark and orange on me. We'll swatch it. This is the bronzer that I used to Franken a new bronzer with. This is it swatched. I mean, everyone loves this, and I thought I would love it too, but I'm fair and I am cool. Cool toned. I'm cool. Even my stepson says so. So the next is Rock Me Amadeus. I'm not going to sing that one. And that's a German brand or theme product. I had to Google like what German brands there are, and Catrice is actually German owned. I didn't know that, and so now I do. I just got this as part of my Mother's Day gift. This is the Soft Glam Filter Fluid Glow Booster, and this is supposed to be one of those dupes for like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter or the e.l.f. It's supposed to be just like a glowy something. I have the shade 02 Fair. I have not opened this. Let's open it now and swatch it, I guess, because I have to swatch it. My plan for this is I will try it on its own. I don't know how much coverage it has, but I'll probably end up mixing this with stuff. But my goal is 10 uses. So I kind of blended it out a little bit. Oh, that's a really good shade. Oh, ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Okay. Next is Unwound. I don't know that song. A product that winds up. I'm rolling in a lippy from Ulta Beauty. What are these called? It just says It's Famous lipstick. The shade is It's Famous. This came in like a holiday set that I got at the end of last year. And it winds up, of course, it's a lipstick. My goal for this is just 5 uses, but let's wind it up anyway. I've never used this before. The packaging is beautiful. I think that's really what made me want it. But this is how much product you get. Not too bad. This packaging is just stunning. Of course, it's all plastic, but that's fine. I don't care. Well, let's give this a swatch. I haven't even swatched this. I don't know what color it is. Oh, that's pretty. It's just like an everyday mauve-y nude. That'll look really nice on me, actually. I'm really excited to use that. That reminds me of the Revy Effortless lip that I had in this project a couple months ago in the shade Dahlia. Okay, 10 uses for that. Oh, 5 uses, sorry, 5. I'm looking at my phone where I have my spreadsheet. Next is Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And that is a flower theme or something you appreciate more now that you can't get it because it's decluttered. I thought that was really a creative way to interpret that song, and that is credit to Rowan. So good job, Rowan. I decided to go with the flower theme though, because I don't know, I was having a hard time thinking of a product that I like appreciate now more, knowing that I can't get it. So I'm rolling in 2 items for this, but the first item is my ColourPop Bambi flower palette. Look how adorable she is. And I decided to throw in both of these. This is the Thumper and Flower. I got these for my birthday this year, which was in March. These are long discontinued. So, I mean, that works out. Oh, baby boy, I'm almost done. I appreciate these more because I can't get them. Look how beautiful. I will put swatches up on the screen because especially now that baby boy's waking up, I probably don't have time to swatch. But I just want to create one look with each of these. I have not used them yet, so I'm excited. Second to last is Whiskey Glasses, and that's an alcohol themed product. So I had that alcohol themed twice in a row. So I didn't want to roll in whiskey again because that's one of the only things. But I did find a shade from my Jewels and Gem palette. This is from Odin's Eye, and it is the shade called Intoxication. Oh, this palette is a mess. Where is Intoxication? So Intoxication is this deep bluey purple shade. My battery's dying. We'll swatch it here. I have used this twice at least for my Level Up. This was my Level Up palette. I don't know how many more times I've used it, but that's the shade. And I just want to use that shade 3 times, but also I have not created a look with this full palette yet this year, which I'm shocked. I don't think that's true, but I don't have it marked down. So I'll have to look back at my project Level Up. But if I have not created a look with it yet, I want to create a look with it. And then the last prompt was, "You're still the one." You're still the one I dream. Oh, I don't know the words. Faith Hill, right? That was terrible singing. A long-time favorite. I'm going to roll in my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have the shade 1C0 Shell. I have marked it here because it has settled nicely, but I just want to use it 10 times. I don't know where that will get me, but this is a long-time favorite. Oh, I don't want to swatch it because I'll ruin the marking. I'm going to do it. My camera is dying, so I will do my outro as I do this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this update. I love rolling in so many new items because it's like a total refresh for my panning drawer. This is a shade. It's like a really nice match for me. I'm really excited to pull this out of my drawer. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel already, I hope you do so before you leave. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.